Hello Mad About Yarners, how are you all today? It's been a while, hasn't it, since I've been here. It's been a bit of pandemonium in my world over the last month or so. So I haven't posted any videos, unfortunately, because my brother had a bleed on the brain, so 2 of those, which meant he's been in hospital for a while. I'm his main sort of carer, so he's 75. I have to, so I've been over to Leicester quite a bit to go and check him out. Obviously, I've been sitting by the bed while he's been not well. We spent a whole day in A&E before he was transferred to the Leicester Royal Infirmary. He's been in there for about 3 weeks, and now he's been transferred to the Leicester General Hospital. He's definitely, and he's in the Leicester General Hospital for rehabilitation because he is a whole lot better, I'm glad to say. But it means I've been travelling backwards and forwards and staying over there because he's got a cat, so I'm having to go out and have to look after the cat. My other brother, he's been helping as well, who lives in Leicester, but he's not well either. So between us, we've managed to look after John, but I've been backwards and forwards to the hospital, and you know what it's like. You have to ring hospitals, see what's happening, trying to explain to people, so it's all really tiring. So I haven't been able to post the videos that I wanted to post. So one was a tutorial for a chunky jumper. I'm debating whether or not to save that now till the autumn because it's lovely outside, and I think we'll all be moving, won't we, on to double knit and cottons over the coming weeks. If you do want me to post a tutorial for a really easy chunky jumper, let me know, and I will. I'll finish that off and put that on for you. But I thought what I'd do in this video, because the other thing I did was I bought some yarn from the Aldi sale. You know, everybody goes on about the yarn that Aldi sells in. I think they have a spring and an autumn sale, or their Thursday. I can't think what it is. Their Thursday specials, and they have a yarn time, don't they? And they do lots of sewing things and needles and crochet hooks and that type of thing. And there's been lots of videos about whether or not the yarn is good to use, not good to use. Is it worth the money? So I thought, do you know what? I'll try some and see. I don't buy lots of really expensive yarn. I tend to sort of stay middle of the range because I know what I'm getting. I use a lot of yarn art, those types of yarns that you can get off eBay, and I'm lucky enough to live near the warehouse where the Knitco gentleman has his sales, so I do go to the warehouse every couple of months, and I stock up on yarn art type wools, which I'm going to show you in a minute because I've got some of that. But while I've been sat with John and waiting for John to recover and get better, and I've been going backwards and forwards, I thought it was easier for me to take a crochet hook and a ball of wool and just sit at the hospital or sit in his flat with his cat so that the cat's not on his own all the time, and just do a bit of crocheting rather than trying to take my knitting and my needles and lots of different patterns. I just needed something simple to do. So I have crocheted hats, and I do sell hats, my crocheted hats. That's about the only thing I do well in crochet. So while I've been looking after my brother and doing all of that caring stuff, I've been knitting hats. So I've used a variety of yarns, and I haven't forgotten about the Aldi yarn because I used that to knit one of the hats. I thought I'll try the yarn on one of that because I only bought a couple of balls. I bought a couple of balls of chunky and a couple of balls of double knitting to see what it's like, and I thought, oh, I'll take one of them with me and try knitting one of my sort of standard hats, you know, with the sort of thing that you knit or crochet without a pattern, because it's just easy, and it just took my mind off worrying about John. And you know what it's like when you're worrying, you need something, don't you? And I find working with yarns, just feeling them, touching them, creating something, just takes my mind off worrying about all the other things I've had to do, you know, sorting out his rent and his council tax, making sure he's not getting behind, letting everybody know, letting his friends know which hospital he's in. All of that I find really stressful, as I'm sure you guys do. If anybody's going through that type of thing now, you'll know what it's like. If you've been through it in the past, you know what it's like. And if you haven't, and if ever you're in a stressful situation, make sure you've got some knitting or crocheting, because it does get you through those tough times. So yeah, so I've been doing these simple hats that I really enjoy. Now the hats that I usually crochet, which is this hat here, it's got my little label on, so that's my hat. I really love these. I think they look great. They look, you can dress them up and dress them down. But this hat is the one that I use. Oh, I've done to my hair. 100% wool I use for this. It smells lovely. You know, when you buy 100% wool, it's got that lovely sheep smell. A nice sheep smell, not when they're out in the fields and they've been rolling around. But it smells, I think, is it lanolin that they produce in this when it's 100% wool? But these were the colours that I had left over. I've got some cream as well, which is beautiful. And the texture, oh, I can't tell you about the texture on this. I'm not keen on wool jumpers because I find them a bit scratchy, and scarves. But a hat, it's just great. And this is Aran weight, but it suggests using between 4.5 and 5.5 needles and crochet hooks. So it's got a really nice structure to it without me having to sort of, you know, massage it. It's got a nice structure and it feels nice, it fits lovely. And I get the really nice curl that I wanted to make it look a bit like a, not quite a bowler hat. I can't remember what the style is for this, sort of 1920s. Because the other thing you can do is you can sort of put a button there and have it a bit sort of jaunty like that. But what I've got is I've got my little Made with Love labels. So yeah, so that's the 100% wool hat. So that's and they're quite, I think these are, well, these are not dead expensive. These are this is from Woolly Knits, and excuse me, produced in Yorkshire. 50-gram balls. I think it's about £4.50 for 50 grams. But it's just beautiful, and it's hand wash only. That's the other reason I don't use 100% wool, because I like to shove things in the washing machine, not like my mum used to. She used to hand wash everything. But that's another story. We used to have a mangle as well. Me and my sister used to hold the sheets either end while she sort of pulled it, you know, turn the handle to get it through. If you're younger than a certain age, you won't know what I'm talking about, but anyway, so that's why I don't usually use 100% wool in clothing, but for hats, fine, and it's lovely and it's hard wearing and it feels great. It's got the right sort of texture for a hat, and it's got a bit of structure to it that holds. So then the other yarn I've used while I've been, so these ones I just knitted in the last couple of weeks. So the next two that I knitted, last time I was at the warehouse for the sale, I bought some Everest Chunky. I think it's chunky because it uses 5mm needles. Yeah, it recommends 5.5mm needles. So I'm using 5s, a 5mm hook. And so I got these two colours, which I think are absolutely lovely. And this is it 20%? Let's have a look. This one, 30% wool. So it's not got quite the same smell. Oh, what's happened? But it's 30% wool in these. And again, you can see it holds the structure really well. Just going to change my camera because it's moving around and I didn't want it to. Hold on a minute. Stop moving. Where's my thing gone? That's better. So yeah, so we've got these two. So this is in the blue and the pink. And again, I've got my little label on. But again, these have crocheted up really lovely. So if you were knitting a hat, this wool is just really lovely. It's 30%. Again, it's hand wash only, but I think for a hat, that's fine. It's not going to shrink if I get stuck in the rain, is it? I wouldn't have thought so. But again, I got my nice curl and got my label, and they fit really nice. I love this pattern. It just sort of tuck about like that, and I've got that. But I love it, and I like the way the stripes have changed. It's just a simple single crochet all round for these. So I really like those. So that was my 30% yarn, 30% wool in the yarn. Chunky, uses 5mm hook. Really pleased with it. Structure's lovely, because I did worry about that because it wasn't that expensive. And then and of course my 100% wool, which again held its shape. So if you were making anything that needed a bit of structure, I would definitely go for better quality yarns, and maybe with a bit of wool in to keep it so that you've got that structure. It was really nice. So then this was the yarn that I picked up from Aldi, and this is the So Crafty. Oh, I think it's Ramble, is it? Oh, there it is. Roving. The So Crafty roving yarn. That's this one. So I ripped it. I didn't do very well when I took the label off. This is 100% acrylic, and this suggests 5mm needles. Yeah, 100%. There's 100 grams in a ball, approximately 200 meters. So that's fine. What I didn't see when I picked it up, so I started crocheting a hat, and it changed from that to this. And I thought, oh, is that because it's not very expensive and the colour's just gone out of it? But I've checked this second ball and had a good old delve inside, and I think this one does the same as well. I could see it from one end, but not the other end. But I can't see it till right down the middle, so I'm not sure if it is an error or not. And it does go from this lovely sort of mottled colour to no colour at all, or whether it's supposed to be like that or not. I couldn't tell. But I bought 2 balls at the same time with the same numbers on, and I didn't have a lot number on it. I can't remember. Can't see it on here, but anyway, I bought 2 exactly the same at the same time at the same batch, and I've got one that looks like it hasn't gone to the cream, and one that has for quite a while. So I started to crochet this hat, and I'm going to give up on it because it's really soft and a bit squidgy. It hasn't got the same structure to it. The pattern where it is mottled is really lovely. Can you see that? It's really pretty, and it's quite a nice summery. It's almost like a gold on cream. But what I don't like about using this is the actual yarn itself, the thread. So I'm going to try and show you the 3 different yarns, all 3 yarns. So the 100% wool is classed as Aran on the band. The Everest is classed as chunky, and the Aldi yarn is also classed as chunky. But I'm going to show you these strands. So can you see that? It's really just not very nice to use. It's really sort of feathery, like the strands have not been put together properly. And the gold bits actually start to come away. If you can see that there, it starts to come away from the actual yarn itself, and so then your hook gets caught in there. But what I don't like is that sort of where it's not wound properly almost. I think it's supposed to be like that, I'm not sure, but I don't like it, and it doesn't feel very nice. I don't know if you can see that, look. Doesn't feel very nice to use compared to the others. Look, you see that? And maybe it is supposed to be like that. I would use it for some things. I'm not going to use it for the hats, and I didn't like the feel very much. And I'm fine with acrylics, and I'm fine with cheaper yarns. So this one here, this is the Everest. The colour strands, even though it's still got a little bit of that I don't know, it's almost like the mohair look, isn't it? But not. It's the strands are really well put together. They're not coming apart. The colour feels like it's right through all of the strip, all of the yarn, not just added on afterwards. And then you've got this lovely, oh, where's the end? There it is. And then you've got this, this is the 100% wool, which is just beautiful. It's really nice to work with. Although out of the 3 to work with, the Everest is my favourite because it's really soft. And when you've done a lot of knitting, I find with the 100% wool, it can make my finger a little bit sore. And it's got quite a rough feel to it in the ball. And I thought, oh, I wouldn't use this for a jumper. But actually, when I've seen garments made in 100% wool, it's really lovely. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to make, I think I might make a vest out of the yarn. I'm not sure yet. I'm going to do some more hats. I do want a vest or pullover with no sleeves for the spring, because I do like those. I think they just keep you a little bit warmer when it's not so nice out, before we get into the 21 and 22 degrees of summer that we always enjoy in this country. So that's what I've been doing over the past month or so, and not doing all of the things I'd planned to do, which was a tutorial for a vest, which I have started, a tutorial for an easy chunky sweater, which I have started, but I'm not sure you'll want that now. Might do that in the, later on, late summer, ready for the autumn, when you'll want that. But the vest I'm definitely going to put on, so that's my own design. I'm not doing the hats, and I've got a few other things. I've looked at the magazines as well. I was going to do another review of the magazines. So I picked up a crochet magazine and a knitting magazine, and I have to say I was really disappointed, but I did that just before John took ill, and so I weren't able to post it because I couldn't edit the video because it was a bit rambly, because you know what I'm like, and I couldn't, and so it's too late now because you won't be able to get those magazines anyway because they've moved on. But one of them, it said 275 patterns, or 275 ideas is what it said, I think. And then when I looked in it, there was about, I don't know, 20 patterns. It wasn't as good as the knit, the first one that I did. And the crochet one was the same. I was really disappointed. So I wouldn't spend 10, 11 quid on those magazines unless there was a pattern in there that I really, really wanted, or a couple of patterns that I really wanted. Then I don't mind spending the money. But there wasn't much in there that I thought was any good, but it's too late to sort of post that now. Anyway, all is good my end now, I think. Johnny's on the mend. I'm hoping he can come back to his house and not have to go into a home, because that is my fear. But that's a different story. But he's definitely much better, so that's good. I hope whatever is happening in your lives is good at the minute, and if it's not, big hugs to you all. We love knitting and crocheting, don't we? And don't we just love being around yarn? So keep doing it. I just thought I'd give you an update and show you what I've been doing over the past month, even though I haven't got any tutorials for you. But I will have coming up. Just let me know if you want the chunky sweater, I'll do that. But if not, I'll go straight on to the vest and I'll put that on because I think it's really pretty and it's really easy. So you'll look super smart. Super smart for the spring, and keep your tummies warm too. Anyway, take care everyone. I just wanted to say hello and touch base, let you know how I am, and really check in on how you lot are. So I hope you're all good, and I'll see you again soon.